All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Spyro here, and excuse, excuse me if I'm having a hard time getting the words out. It's just an exciting moment because YRW is back. Yes, YouTuber Revolution Wrestling is back on the channel, everybody. It's been a very long time. It has been a very long time because, like, I didn't explain this at all, but the series has been retired for like 7 years. I decided to quietly retire the series back when it was just YouTuber Revolution without the wrestling in the name. The reason that I have brought this series back is because you guys voted for it. Yep. I put up a poll. I asked you guys if this series should come back, and you guys voted for it. You said yes, or or as I put in the votes, yeet. And so here we are. YouTuber Revolution Wrestling has officially returned, and it is exclusively a live stream series. So that way episodes could be posted a lot more quicker, because I think a live stream format would be a lot better. Even though the live stream can be a little bit glitchy at times, because I've had too many live streams that I've had like a minute or two cut from the stream after I go offline. But we're going to do our best here. So the series is officially back, and this is episode 1 of what is now the reboot of this entire series. Yes, I've decided to do a complete reboot of this entire series. Although some of the events that we are going to be seeing on these episodes have actually carried over from when I've been playing these games over the last few years and put on matches with this series. They were just not uploaded and unbroadcasted. They were just it was just a whole kind of timeline that I had going in my own time. So that's why things might seem a little bit odd at first. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to just completely start fresh, or if I wanted to like continue from what I had been doing before, where I've been just keeping the series going in my own time, just unbroadcasted, and no other episodes were uploaded. Kind of like a smaller, less known independent promotion, you know? And this is going to be a very interesting first episode to bring this whole series back, because there has been quite a there's been a lot going on within the different championship divisions. We have 4 different championships on the roster right now, and all 5 members of the Vanos crew currently hold all the championships on the roster. We have H2O Delirious as the YRW champion. Vanos currently holds the Pro Gaming Championship. Wildcat has the Extreme Division Championship. And Nogla and Terrorizer are currently in possession of the tag titles. But right now in this first episode, we're kind of focusing on the Extreme Division title, because there's been a lot going on within the Extreme Division. Like a couple of weeks back or so, we've had a few characters get into an all-out brawl with the Extreme Division champion out in the parking lot. Yes, the parking lot, the most dangerous place of the arena. Like, that's not even a joke at this point. At this point, the parking lot is very dangerous at this rate. There's been so many superstars that have suffered countless injuries over these last few months out in the parking lot. We've been seeing characters tossed off an ambulance. They've been put through glass. Who even left that out there? So yeah. Because of that conflict that had went on in the parking lot a couple of weeks before this first episode went live, I have come up with a way to settle things. If they want a shot at the Extreme Division title, I have decided the way that I want to settle this is that we're going to be having Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. So the champion is already entered into that match. So we're going to have qualifying matches to see who the other 5 participants are going to be, to have an opportunity to become Extreme Division champion. However, to get there, we are doing this the only way that I know how in the Extreme Division. And that is with some of the most brutal, most extreme match types that we have to offer. And this first qualifying match is going to be determined under what we are going to refer to as a hardcore match. Although you can see that it's set as Extreme Rules, but Falls Count Anywhere is on. So basically this is just gonna be a hardcore match. Okay, how do I set these both to computers? Because I'm actually not. I decided that I actually didn't want to actually play these matches. I want to watch the computers go at it. but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to do that because because it just has me automatically assigned. I guess I guess that would have I guess it would have been a lot easier to do if I was doing this in universe mode, which was another thing that I've been wondering. I wasn't sure if I was just going to do everything in the the regular exhibition mode, or if I just wanted to do it in universe mode like I did before. But the thing is, I don't think universe mode has a way to like export things from the exhibition mode, like teams and who the championships are assigned to. So that would have taken much longer to set up because if there's no way for me to import anything, I would have to set up all the teams and everything again, which is a real hassle. I could have just done it anyway, but I was I was I was really set on having this first episode go live today because I was live streaming yesterday, a late night stream, and I said that I wanted a live stream. Right. All right, here we go. So, I I still remember I still kind of remember which characters were involved in that parking lot brawl. I really don't know how I'm supposed to unassign myself from one of one of these one of these character slots. Yeah, so you can kind of see you can kind of see who we have on the roster here. There are some familiar faces, such as Baldy and the FNAF animatronics and such. But there's also a mix of some original characters in here, like this character and this character here, and there's even a couple of NHL hockey players thrown in here too. Yeah, this is basically like Yeah, basically, this is a mixture of like YouTubers and video games and anything else that I could find that I think would be considered popular. Yeah, even Joe Hendry is in here too. Right? I'm not playing as Lolbit. Yeah, there's two different versions of Markiplier. I actually downloaded two different versions. It's kind of like a DIY Persona card. Although I'm not really a fan of the whole Persona card system because I'm completely against my faction mode like a lot of you guys. Yeah, there's even Wii Sports, a regular default me, and then there's Matt. Right. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to unassign myself from from a character. But I suppose if well, I guess if it won't let me do it, if it won't let me unassign myself, I could either just play the match anyway, or maybe I would have to like try to connect another controller and try to do it that way. Although when I tried although when I tried connecting another controller to this game, for some reason it didn't work. But I could try again. Oh, toggle AI. Okay. That's how it works. I didn't see that. That that's an option that I always overlooked. Okay, so I can let the computer take control of these characters. Right. Well, that solves my problem. Alrighty then. Alright, this is going to be the first qualifying match and basically the first match of this reboot. First we have Peter Griffin taken on the principal of the thing. Oh hey Poprin, welcome to the stream, man. What's up? How's it going? Uh, is this like a mod? No. There are no mods involved with this. This what what you see here is actually what you see here is either custom creations that I made myself or custom creations that I have downloaded from the community creations within this game. Which is something that I really like doing every year that a new WWE game comes out. Every time that they release a brand new game. Interesting, they look nice. Yeah, a lot of these creations look really good. They, they look really good. As as long as there's like a very accurate version uploaded and it's in the most downloaded tab. Because sometimes I would try to find certain characters that I want to download, and then sometimes some of the options that I have presented in the community creations are half of them are just trash. So sometimes it's a little difficult to find really good creations that are somewhat accurate. And yeah, like I've already said, this is something that I always like doing every time a new wrestling game comes out. Whenever they release a new game, I would just go. I would just go in. I would just like go straight into the community creations, and I would download as much characters that I find to put on this little roster that I have. And sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for me to do because when I go into the community creations, I try to find as much characters as I can that I had in the previous game, and then download them again, which has been a little bit difficult some days because sometimes community creations will have them and sometimes they won't have the ones I'm looking for. But yeah, here we go. The first match in the Elimination Chamber qualifiers. Five characters have to qualify, and whichever 5 characters qualify for the Elimination Chamber, they will go into that match to meet the current Extreme Division champion Wildcat for the title. And out first, we have Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Who is actually a former pro gaming champion in this series. He won it during a tournament when the series was not broadcasted or posted on YouTube. And now here comes his opponent. Straight out of Baldy's Schoolhouse. A member of the Baldy's Basics crew. It is the principal of the Thing. And if you guys are wondering why there are no theme songs in the entrances, that's just how the game was whenever you tried to record videos or live stream it from a PlayStation. They will have the music muted in videos and streams. Oh wait, a roll up here. Early on. No, too early for that. But yeah, whenever you record videos or do live streams on a PlayStation, there's another cover here. Just a 1. But yeah, whenever you're live streaming or recording videos on PlayStation, and you're doing streams or videos for the WWE games, the music is always muted when you play them back. Because I think the reason that it does that might be because of copyright. Because WWE does have a lot of copyrighted entrance music that they use for their wrestlers. So I would imagine that's why the music is muted in this game. It's just so they can avoid copyright. So basically this game is just 100% in streamer mode 24/7. As the principal gets bounced off of the barricade. After bringing out a light tube into this match, and there's a table outside the ring. And Peter from the top, double axe handle. Now what the heck is he gonna go for here? What the heck? Just springboards into the ring. Oh! With a shoulder block and now a knee strike. Is that going to do it? No. I'm not gonna lie, they hit that character so well, the models look weird. Yeah. Oh, the high cross! Is that gonna be it already? And it is, just like that! Peter Griffin has qualified for the Elimination Chamber. But yeah, the reason that the models look like this is because these are the kind of pieces that we have to put characters together in the creation suite. So they have like these head pieces. So then we could actually make them look as accurate as possible by putting on the custom images. So there you go. The winner of the first match is Peter Griffin. He's the first to qualify. 4 spots remaining. As the star gets a 1.5 stars. Kind of looks like they have balloons for heads. Yeah. Well, they work, I guess. Alrighty. On to the next Elimination Chamber qualifier. You know what? Seeing that it is here, and the Elimination Chamber is pretty much a giant cage, I kind of feel like that it is only right if I have the next qualifier contested within a steel cage. It kind of feels right. Okay, first, we have to change this to the proper arena. Yeah, and there's a bunch of other arenas that I have made. I have about 12 arenas I made in this game. So there's like the default arena. We have a Christmas themed premium live event arena, which is the Christmas Chaos arena, which will actually be perfect for next month when Christmas is on the way. But I'm not really sure if I would do it on Christmas Day, because why would people be watching live streams on Christmas? To avoid their families, maybe? I don't know. By doing that, they won't be able to leave the cage. Oh, well, actually they can, because it is part of the rules of the steel cage match. They either have to win the match by either pinfall, submission, or escape. And to escape, they have to exit the cage through the door or over the top. What does YRW mean? Well, YRW stands for YouTuber Revolution Wrestling, which was what I put in the description of the stream. I was just gonna put the full name within it, but I just figured it would be way too long, so I just went with just the initials. Oh, hey Mayo, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Is universe mode working for you? Well, I never really actually touched universe mode at all. I was considering having this series play within universe mode at one point, but it would have taken a bit more time to set up, because you would have to like set up the shows and assign championships and set the teams up again and everything. So it's just one whole big process. So I figured it was just easier to get going within the exhibition mode. Although if this was in universe mode, it would kind of be a little bit humorous with those random cutscenes showing up. Right now, universe is completely broken right now. You can't even set up match cards, even switch arenas. Oh, okay. I mean, I think it should be fine if you say that there's parts of the game that are kind of broken, because so it's all right. It's all right to have some criticisms about some games. Like I know that I for one was quite critical of 2K20. I'm sure a lot of you remember 2K20. Like that game was completely broken when it first launched. I wasn't even playing that game when it first released. I actually got it a lot later. I actually got it for Christmas back in 2019. After all those patches were coming out and they were trying to fix the game, but it was still basically broken because there was one entrance. It's the 1.28 update that broke universe mode. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time it wouldn't be the first time where it felt like an update had broken something in the game. Because I kind of feel like one update had kind of broken like the pyro in the entrance creator. Because like they would either be very delayed or they just would not work at all. And that became very annoying and a big problem because I've had a few characters that had different pyro different types of pyro set up at different points of their entrances, and then they just awkwardly won't go off, or they're just very delayed, which is irritating because then I would have to try and modify those entrances and try to adjust to how busted those pyro options are. It was funny actually because 2K told me to contact PlayStation. Oh my goodness. They told you to contact PlayStation. I, I don't know what would make them think that's a problem with PlayStation. It's not it's not the console, it's the game. but, but you know there are a lot of dev teams that won't admit to certain mistakes that have been caused in the game. But anyway, other arenas that I had created within this game. There's a Halloween Havoc arena that I had put together for last month. There's the King of the Ring arena, which I guess I could use later on down the line if I want to do like some type of King of the Ring tournament. And then there's the Money in the Bank arena, which actually reminds me of the current Money in the Bank holder right now. Currently, the current holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase is Popeye. And then we have, I decided to make a No Mercy arena. And then there's Road to Glory, which I guess you could say is kind of supposed to be like the YRW version of Victory Road. I just had to come up with a much more original name because I didn't really want to use too many popular names. So I pretty much just decided to combine like Victory Road and Bound for Glory, and just form that into Road to Glory. I'm not exactly sure if it would be used as a PLE between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, because I kind of intended it to be like another event that was like afterwards. And whilst I had mentioned the Royal Rumble, there is the Royal Rumble arena, and then there's Saturday night's main event, which this arena I was trying to base it upon, like, I wanted it to look something like the first edition of Saturday night's main event when they brought it back to WWE, and when I downloaded an arena from last year's game, this was sort of the kind of stage setup that it had with that custom arena. And then there's the Canadian Grand Slam, which is basically my own version of the Great American Bash, but it just has a Canadian theme because I am Canadian. And then there's the WrestleMania arena, which I used to have the name of YouTuber Mania. Because I wasn't really sure if that name was really rolling off the tongue very well. I don't know. There was something that I just didn't like about the previous name. And then right here we have YouTuber Palooza, which is supposed to be like it's supposed to be like Wrestle Palooza, like what they did earlier this year, like 2 months ago. And yeah, that was all the arenas that I was able to come up with. I wasn't sure what other arenas I could do. Like sometimes I was wanting to do like my own version of a SummerSlam arena, but I was wanting an original name and I couldn't really think of anything. At first I thought Heat Wave, but then I remember that's one of the NXT arenas. So 12, 12 arenas was the only was the only amount of arenas like. Right, here we go. Alright, who am I going to put into the next match? Alright, I think we're going to go with. I think we're going to pick. I think for the next match, it's going to be. It's a bully. Yeah, I'll sign the low blow. Hey Cinder, welcome to the stream. This is the first episode for a reboot of a series that I used to do, that I had quietly retired 7 years ago. There was one match that I did that you had. There was only one match that you missed that I did earlier. We're doing qualifying matches for a match that's known as the Elimination Chamber. And it is going to be for a championship. We have to. There's 4 spots remaining. 4 more have to qualify, and they will face Wildcat right here for the Extreme Division Championship in the Elimination Chamber. I'm trying to remember who else was part of that parking lot brawl that happened before this episode went live. Ah, right. Yep. Alrighty. There we go. This is our second qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. We have It's a Bully taking on the Scout. And this time it is going to be contested within a steel cage. So they either have to win this match by pinfall, submission, or escape from the cage. And on the way down to the ring first, representing Baldy's Basics, it is the Bully. Which quite honestly, I hope loses this match. Because nobody likes bullies. Everybody absolutely despises bullies. Because it is such a big problem in society. However, the opponent is going to be facing an uphill battle against him. It is the Scout from Team Fortress 2. Representing the team from Team Fortress, as the cage is now lowered down and the match is underway. The Scout came out swinging out of the blocks, but you can see right there, the Bully has that purple bar. Because that's a new thing that's part of... Oh, he's biting his fingers! But yeah, that is a new thing that they had for this year's game. They added a 5th class, which is the Giants, and they have an extra bar of health to make them feel just a little bit more like a difficult challenge. There's the reversal there. He thinks this is it right here, even though that should clearly be rope break, but I guess there are no rope breaks in the steel cage. And he's just tossed them around with those gut-wrench suplexes. And tossing him down once again. Oh, and a headbutt. Now he thinks that this is it. The Bully is going to try to escape. He's trying to take the cowardly way out here. And he kicks the Scout down. Well, the Scout needs to get to him quickly. He's going to escape. No! It is already too late. The Bully has escaped out of the cage. Running away. We don't need to see that again. And the Bully from Baldi's Basics has unfortunately qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Three spots remain now. There's 3 spots remaining. Now for one of these matches, since there were 7 people that were since there were 7 other characters that were involved in that brawl with the Extreme Division champion, one of them is going to have to face a mystery opponent in their qualifying match. And then for the last match in the qualifiers, we are going to have a last chance qualifying match for the last spot. So everybody that had failed to win their previous qualifying matches, they will have to win. They're going to have to win that last chance qualifier if they want to have a chance to still be in the participate in the elimination chamber. All right. Now for this next match, I have now just decided that we're going to take this one to the underground. It is an underground match. You know what? Disqualification's off. Why not? However, we will just leave them with the most basic objects. They locked out ladders and tables for this match. Well, that's just lame. You know what? A basketball. Yes, that is an actual weapon in the game, a basketball. It was part of the Dunk and Destruction DLC. Yeah, because they decided to have 3 basketball players as DLC. Now, honestly, I didn't mind that they had Shaquille O'Neal as part of that DLC. But, but the other two, just why? I know they were on WWE television once before, but that's not the justification. That's not really much of a justification for me. Also, the image of the underground match kind of looks like a bit of an optical illusion. Like, what I mean by that is every time I look at the image for the underground match, sometimes I have a hard time trying to figure out if it's like a real life picture or if it's video game, because it kind of looks like it kind of looks a bit like it's a mixture between video game and real life. And it's kind of messing with my head. Alright. but first off, I'm going to be taking a short bathroom break. So I will be right back, in this episode. We'll continue after this break. Cuz I actually have to go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. Alright, I am back, everybody. I just noticed somebody new in the chat. Hey there, Lady Sky. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the subscribe. Right. I have an interesting idea for this next qualifying match. Yeah, sure. Right, here we go. Man, I have this freaking tickle in my throat. I don't know what the heck is up with that. I think I need some water. Right, I think I've cleared out my throat now. I don't know why I get a tickle in my throat like that. It's very irritating. But anyways, in this next qualifying match, we're having two teammates going against one another. It's Funtime Foxy against Lolbit in the underground match. And as you could see here, there are no ring ropes. The ropes are off for this match. Because the whole point of the underground match is that it's supposed to be a fight. And out first, part of the sister location animatronics, it is Funtime Foxy. And if you guys are seeing the underground match for the first time, and you're not sure what the rules are, you will see in just a few moments. Assuming that the rules will show up on screen once the competitors have made their way to the battlefield. And here is their opponent. They have a very similar design to Funtime Foxy. Also representing the sister location animatronics, it's Lolbit. And you can see right here, that the design is very similar to Funtime Foxy, as I said before. It's just that the pink and red paint have been swapped out for orange and purple. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I have the ring announcer muted in the settings. Right, okay, so the rules of this match, they didn't show up on screen like I thought they were going to. But the rules of this match, this match is supposed to be a fight. It's not a traditional wrestling match, this is a fight. There are no pinfalls in this match. The only way that either one of these foxes are going to win is either making their opponent tap or nap. That is the only way to win in the underground match. If they are to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, they must win this match either by submission or knockout. That is exactly what I meant by tap or nap. Because that's what's gonna have to happen if either of them are going to pick up the win here. Oh, right to the ring post. They're going to have to tap their opponent out, or they're going to have to knock them out. As Lolbit just pulled out a microphone. Well, how did they just do that? Funtime Foxy just kicked Lolbit's leg around the ring post. Oh, face first. Now, usually disqualifications would be a factor in this match. But we've decided to be a little more. We decided to be a bit more loose with the rules here. Was that a fireball punch? And now the kendo stick being brought out. Oh! Oh! I thought Foxy was going through the barricade off of that tilt-a-whirl. Oh, turned around, hits the ref. And a slam. These two are they're just gonna brawl outside of the ring this entire match. And now, looks like an octopus stretch. Tried to go for the submission, but Lolbit fights out. And just a back suplex. And now bringing out a trash can. But it seems like they're not interested in using any weapons at all. This has kind of been less of an Extreme Rules match and more of just an actual fight. Just like this match had intended. Oh. They went for something there. Oh gosh! Went for a German suplex, but Walbot elbows their way free. And I just saw earlier that Foxy has somehow been busted open. And then a basketball is at ringside now. Well, looking to use the trash can maybe, but thought otherwise. And a drop kick to the back. Oh gosh! A senton out of nowhere. Oh, now, one-time Foxy looking for the finish. The knee strike. And the trash can's been flattened all of a sudden. We're showing off a bit of moves with that basketball. But now, oh, dropped. And now, could it be Funtime Foxy who's the one that's gonna get knocked out here? Butterfly DDT. And that's gonna be it. Funtime Foxy was knocked out. They actually put on quite an entertaining match there. I actually liked that match. That was actually a good one. Back and forth. I'd say the one mistake that Funtime Foxy made was picking up that basketball. Could have just threw it at Lolbit, but instead thought it was better to just stomp on them. And that one cost Funtime Foxy, as Lolbit now qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. One step closer to that Extreme Division Championship. Only 2 spots remain. That had attacked, that had gotten into an all-out brawl with the champion in the parking lot. We're going to have to put them up against a mystery opponent. Okay, I have no idea what the heck just happened there, but my headphones just disconnected. That was weird. Okay. Live broadcast is awesome. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, because there were only 7 other people involved in that brawl with the champion, they're going to have to face a mystery opponent. in this qualifying match. I just had to plug in my controller there. And for this one, we're going to be going a little bit big before the last chance qualifier, because we're going with an ambulance match. What kind of weapons should we assign to this match? Yep. Alright. The ambulance match is one of the most brutal matches. This ambulance match is one of the most brutal matches that anybody can participate in. Because this is the match where they have to beat up their opponents so badly to the point where they can toss them into the back of the ambulance and closing the doors. So alright, so the last character that was involved in that brawl, I've kind of forgotten which one it was. But I feel like maybe it's this one. And for the random mystery opponent, I am deciding to select the Spy. Also in blue attire. Alright, here we go. The 4th Elimination Chamber qualifier is set to get underway in just a few moments. So whilst these entrances are going on, how is everybody doing in the chat? I hope you guys are having a good time. Because that is what we like to see for these live streams. We want to have a good time and have fun. And you know what, whilst we're at it, if you guys are enjoying the stream and you want to see more live streams, make sure to give this stream a like. Because it goes a long way. It really goes a long way. So make sure that you guys leave a like. So we can keep doing more streams like this. And there is the mystery opponent for Mordecai. From Team Fortress 2, it is the Spy. The sneaky one of the Team Fortress group. And when you're playing Team Fortress with a spy on your team, you guys better be wary. Slimy backstabber. And there you see the ambulance being backed into the arena for this match. And there are the rules on screen. No pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, and no countouts. The only way that they are going to win this match is to put their opponent into the ambulance and closing both doors. Let the match begin. And immediately, the spy just tossing him out of the ring. Not exactly sure how Mordecai is going to adapt to this environment, since he had no idea that it was going to be the spy who was going to be his opponent. Oh my goodness! Just tossing him with a German suplex. He almost broke his back and his shoulders on the barricade. The back of his head almost hit that barricade. But yeah, it's hard to tell just how exactly Mordecai is going to adapt to this, since he had no way to prepare for an opponent like the spy. He had no idea that the spy was going to be his opponent in this qualifying match. But he's trying his very best here as the spy goes into the steps. And oh my gosh! Tried to roll out of the way. Oh, the spy is not having any of that. He didn't seem too happy about that leg drop. And a slam through the barricade! The spy gets dropped right through the barricade. Now Mordecai with a chair, but these guys are going to take this fight out into the audience. Or at least they were momentarily. And the spy just gets dropped. And I was just going to say, these fans here came to just watch the show, not actually be a part of it, like physically involved. Oh, and a drop kick. But he kind of scraped his face on the steps on the way down there. Tosses him into the ring, and now opens up the ambulance. Thoughts of winning this match and qualifying for the chamber are starting to enter his head. Off the top rope, went for an elbow, but missed. Now the spy, he also missed as well. And now off of the ropes. Oh, drops down. Went for something. But the spy was able to avoid contact. But he gets sent out to the floor. Oh, and the spy playing possum. I was just about to call him the scout for a moment. Now slamming him face first into the apron. What the heck was that? I have no idea what just happened there. Oh my goodness. Dropping him on the back of his head. Oh, and there's the reversal. Move for move, these guys keep on countering. It's like they know each other very well in this match. Now, what is the spy doing? What is he doing? The spy has climbed to the top of the ambulance, and he's saying, "Come on, let's do this." Oh, I think Mordecai was going for a Rough Rider. But it was avoided once again, and now, there it is, the backstabber. An elbow drop to the back. Just to add insult to injury. Now going after the leg. And now, oh, went for the DDT. He was going to hit the French kiss DDT. But it was countered with a Northern Lights suplex. And the Rough Rider is avoided. Oh, tried to spin him around for another backstabber. Oh no. No, not from up there. Oh gosh. Suplex from the top of the ambulance. That has to be it. Oh wait. Are you kidding me? He wants to go back to the top of the ambulance again? Mordecai has just climbed back to the top of the ambulance, and so has the spy. As he gets dropped with a flapjack, Rough Rider avoided once again. Now, oh, went for a suplex. Maybe, no, oh, the backstabber again! This is unbelievable! They're going all out, and this is not even the last qualifying match! Oh, man! Just a straight-up shoulder check off the ambulance. Spy getting a receipt there. And now, he could be looking to put him into the back of the ambulance. He's in the ambulance, but the spy still has to close the doors. Mordecai trying to fight out of it. One door is closed. He's trying desperately to stay in this match. And he cannot fight any longer. The spy wins. And he qualifies for the Elimination Chamber champion. And you know, I honestly think that if the spy can walk out with the Extreme Division Championship, he just might raise the title into the air and be like, "I claim this belt for France." Like I can totally see the spy doing that. I can totally see him just raising the title into the air and saying that. Well, he's going to have to win the Elimination Chamber if he wants to claim that belt. There you go. That was a pretty good match. Man, the third and the fourth qualifying matches, we've been seeing some good stuff. They were just putting on a show. Right, let me check how good we are on time. Alright, so we have been going for an hour and we have been going for just about an hour and 40 minutes into the stream right now. So even though I would like to try to make this stream go for 2 hours, I think we will just have the last qualifying match, and then we'll be good to wrap up this first episode. Unless you guys really want to see the Elimination Chamber match afterwards. Because I was kind of thinking about going straight to the Elimination Chamber match. But I'm not sure. Alright. Anyway. For the last chance qualifier, we're going to take the 4 characters who failed to win their qualifying matches, and we are going to make this a tables match. But it's not just going to be any table match. You know what? How about we make this an ultimate tables match? And by that, it is just a table match with it's just a table match with Iron Man stipulations. And you know what? 15 minutes, why not? Apple. How about a football? And a safety cone. Alright. Alrighty, so for this match, they are going to have to put their opponents through as many tables as possible. Right, so here we go. Alright, first... Yep. We're setting up the participants in random order here. Oh wait, no, I'm not playing. Excuse you. And then yep. Oh yeah, by the way, that little palm tree icon on some of these payback abilities, those are, they're actually payback abilities that you have to unlock within the island. Which shouldn't really be too difficult. You just have to create multiple characters that have the payback ability, and then there you go. But you don't have to keep those saves. You don't have to keep those island saves if you only just want one save. I think one of them you probably could have unlocked with like payback points in the island, but I can't remember. Yeah, you know what? Poison Mist. And then the last participant. Here we go. We are now set, everybody. It is the last chance qualifier for the last spot in the Elimination Chamber. And it will be decided within the Ultimate Tables match. So they're going to have to obtain as many points as possible by putting their opponents through tables over and over until time expires. And then out first, once again sporting the blue attire, the Scout, who as we saw, failed to defeat the bully from Baldi's Basics in that steel cage. But now he's got another opportunity. We are going to see if he can take advantage of it. But out next, also from Baldi's Basics, who fell just short in that extremely quick hardcore match against Peter Griffin. It is the principle of the thing. And right there, he was just warning the audience that he's gonna give them 15 minutes of detention if they run in the halls or something. I don't know. It's literally how the game goes. In Baldi's Basics, if the principal catches you running in the hall, he will give you like 15 seconds of detention, with each time increasing the more times he catches you breaking the school rules. That's just what it is in that game. And out next, it is Funtime Foxy, who just fell short in the underground match against Lolbit, which was very entertaining, by the way. They were putting on quite a show in that underground match. And now they await the final participant in this match. And look at this third-person camera. Whoa. Whoa, that was weird. Yep, I'm doing a little bit of my own camera work here. Yeah, this is one of the new features that was part of this game. A third-person camera. It's a rather interesting feature. And then you can switch back to the regular camera. Yep. Anyways, in the ring right now, Mordecai, who, as we saw in the previous qualifying match, had just came up short against the Spy in the ambulance match. But it was very entertaining. They were doing whatever it took to get into that match. But ultimately, the Spy came out on top, and here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. And the last chance qualifier is underway. The only way they're going to be able to win this match is to obtain as many points as they possibly can by putting their opponents through a table. But they better do it quick. They better be quick to rack up those points, because they don't have all night here. And yes, I do mean nighttime, because it is quickly turning nights for me. Oh, they tried to work together there, but it didn't work. And now, oh, Funtime Foxy looking to secure the first point right away. Went for a power bomb. Went to power bomb the Scout to the table, but Scout fights his way free. And now Mordecai's going for the table. But brought back into the ring. The Scout just brawling with Funtime Foxy on the outside and giving the audience a piece of their minds. The audience is not much of a fan of Scout, it seems. And now double suplex. And it's matches like this that, oh my goodness, you will see temporary alliances. One time Foxy just went down shoulder first into that post. And Mordecai went to throw a football, but it did nothing. And then the Scout with the right hands. And now they're going to work together here. Double suplex once again. Well, so far 2.5 minutes have gone by, but nobody has racked up any points. And a super kick. And now a drop kick there. And I'm sure the principal would like to get into that Elimination Chamber match to help out his Baldi's Basics faction member with the hopes of securing a championship. A barbed wire bat's been brought out by Funtime Boxing now. Oh, but the scout prevented Foxy from using it. And now a DDT. Oh! And that face buster. He's rolling over the barbed wire! And now, busted open once again. The scout being a real show off here. Wow, these guys better start picking up the pace here. Because if this match ends in a draw, we're going to have to quickly think of another last chance qualifier match. Because if there's a draw and nobody qualifies, we're going to have to go into sudden death. Now, the scout, protect your neck. Oh, the principal just hit him with an eye poke while holding the table. And look, these guys kind of have the right idea. They're starting to set up some, they're starting to grab tables here. They're setting up some tables. But they need to physically slam somebody through that table to start picking up some points. And so far we have about 4 tables to work with here. 2 of them were at ringside, 2 of them were outside the ring. Went for a poison mist. But I think he got dropped with the Rough Rider, and ow! Looked like a cradle shock. Right on the table, but that's not how this match works. You have to set up the table and put him through it. And now the football about to come into play. Funtime Foxy with the football. Which is left hands. Well, I mean, it's an animatronic. I don't think they understand the concept of throwing a ball. Oh, okay, we're down to 8:20 here, and nobody has racked up any points. They seem to be more concerned with just beating the crap out of each other than actually setting up some tables and putting people through them. And I think the scout just hit a show-off slam on the principal there. And now the scout looking to... I thought he was finally going to get a first point here. But instead, that cardiac kick. Now they're bringing out some tables here. They've set up tables, but nobody has been slammed through one. Which is kind of alarming, because I have not... Oh, what a power slam, but he went away from the table. But it's very alarming that nobody has gone through any tables yet, because I have not really planned for what I'm supposed to do if this match ends up in a draw. And now, the pump handle! Suplex, but If Funtime Foxy just waited a few more seconds, Scout would have went through the table, but he's gonna go through it anyway. With a suplex, and finally, the first point in the match, claimed by Funtime Foxy. Oh, and the principal dropped sky high. Oh, a low blow. The Scout went low, and Mordecai has brought out the safety cone. Oh, and a forearm, and that's busted him open. It seems to me that Funtime Foxy, so far, seems to be the only one that understands the meaning of this match. As the Scout gets shoved off of the top rope. Not sure what the plan was there, because you could have went for like a suplex or something. They just did it again. Just shoved him off the top rope out of the ring and got hit with a table to the face for their troubles, but now the Scout, feeling a surge of adrenaline. As he sets that table up, but the principal's just gonna knock it over. And now, oh! The first 48. That code breaker type maneuver. There's that knee strike. And now, setting up the table, Funtime Foxy looking to extend their lead. Oh, but a reversal with the Irish whip. And just an overhand chop. What is the principal trying to do here? Oh, tried to put Foxy through the table. Was looking to tie this up. But a reversal, and now a trash can just gets tossed at the Scout. And Foxy puts Principal through the table. And that's going to extend the lead. It looks like, it's looking like Funtime Foxy's not going to take this last chance qualifier for granted. Setting up another table immediately. The Principal trying to battle back here. Tried to put Foxy through the table again. What? No. Drop down with shock treatment. Followed by protect yo neck from the Scout. And the Scout now, while Foxy's distracted, is looking to put Mordecai through the table. And Foxy tried to put the Principal to the table, but Mordecai put a stop to it. Now the table to the Scout. He could have put the Principal through that table to get a point on the board. Oh, and now the Principal's been cut. Now Mordecai. Suplex? No! The Principal avoided it. Now Foxy. I don't know what the plan was. Mordecai is on the table there. And down it goes. Okay, it seems that there's only been... Oh, went for a low blow and missed. Yeah, clearly Foxy is the only one that understands the match here. Oh, but the table fell over. And a show-off slam. Well, the principal tried to hit him with that cone, but no. Oh my goodness. Now here we go, the last minute in this match. It is crunch time. The principal has set up a table. Oh gosh! The scout just about got impaled on that cone. Oh, a low blow to the scout. 30 seconds. Everybody else has spent way too much time beating the crap out of each other. Went for the miss, but missed. And the scout went for a flapjack to get a point. 10 seconds. 5. And this match, oh! Foxy went through a table, but this match is over. And Funtime Foxy has claimed the last spot in the Elimination Chamber. And now the field is set. I'm sure the rest of these competitors are going to have a talking to from somebody backstage, because they clearly lost the plot of the match. Funtime Foxy was the only one who understood the assignment in this matchup. And because of Funtime Foxy taking the match seriously, unlike the other competitors, Foxy now claims the last. So there you go, the field is now set. Wildcat will defend his Extreme Division Championship against Peter Griffin, It's a Bully, Lolbit, The Spy, and Funtime Foxy. However, we have now hit our 2-hour mark on this stream. So I think we are going to save the Elimination Chamber match for episode 2. But then after that match, I'm not exactly sure what we will do for another match after the Elimination Chamber. Maybe I could do some type of tournament for the tag titles or something. I'm not really sure, but if you guys have any suggestions of what else I could do for episode 2, feel free to let me know in the comments after this stream. But for now, that is going to wrap up episode 1 of YouTuber Revolution Wrestling. if you guys enjoyed this stream and you're ready, you want to see episode 2, make sure that you hit the subscribe button with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any new videos or occasional live streams when they go live. And if you want to see other live streams, make sure you go follow me on Twitch, because I do occasionally play other games on Twitch. And if you haven't already, join the Discord server if you want to chat with the rest of the community. All links will be placed in the description later on. But until the next live stream or next video, thank you all so much for joining this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all again next time, either on episode 2 or just whenever. Alright, see you guys. Yeet.